Hello, my name is Shudley, and welcome back for another episode of Heartland 3 in Black Ice at BRC. In previous episode, well, the borders in Europe switched around quite a bit. There's some very, very cursed areas, like the areas that Hungary had from Czechoslovakia. They still control some of it. Then Czechoslovakia controls some of it. And then, I suppose another thing, well, Turkey lost a lot of areas to Greece for whatever reason. Then there's also Finland is now just the Karelian areas in here. Soviets still control the rest of the Finland, although they might give that back. I have done a little bit of save editing, mostly to remove a lot of the wars that don't really need to be going anymore, because the targets of those wars have been pulled into other factions and all that, so for whatever reason the wars were still technically speaking ongoing, which is one of the reasons why we are now fighting again against Italy. But we'll be probably doing this war at least till the end. Now, I don't know if they are going to be calling other nations in against us. They're technically speaking the attacker in this war. And it is a limited war, so it might, or they might not call anyone in, but there's always a chance that they will. I guess we'll just find out. Again, so we can get going. So we've got, as puppets ourselves, we've got Luxembourg, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Slovakia, Hungary, Yugoslavia, and Albania. There's a decent selection now, admittedly. And sure, I guess we can sell some energy to Sweden. Oh, we get some frigates. Alright, let's put those into the reserve fleet. So we've got a couple of combats already going on. Oh, and there we go. We already enter into the Italian territories in here. Not massively yet, but I suppose we've taken at least some areas. Actually, we might want to go ahead and attack in here. Oh, right, the Italians have now the really poor units of just 3 regiments of infantry, which, you know, it can have a decent bit of staying power, but it doesn't really deal that much damage. So it should be fairly easy for us to just defeat these one by one. Oh, right, Zara was another thing. Oh, they got American troops in there. Wait, Sweden is now... What? Why is Sweden fighting the Allies? Interesting. And also, am I fighting? No, I'm still fighting only Italy. Right, but why? Why is Ireland also not? Oh, maybe they have victory conditions to take Sweden as a part of the Allies or whatnot, and same probably with Ireland. So hence they may have declared war. Let me just double check that there wasn't any. Oh yeah, USA declared war in Sweden. USA declared war in Ireland. So they're trying to get the victory, I reckon. They've got already 10 victory conditions. We've got also 10. I won't be getting... I suppose if, for whatever reason, Greece is no longer part of the Allies, then I might be able to conquer both Greece and get Istanbul with the same goal or war as well, but that's probably not going to happen right now. I'm going to go ahead and send one of these to assist with. So there's American troops in here that are defending. Now, admittedly, they are having some supply issues, at least. Also, do I have my... No, there's some American bombers there. I should have some bombers nearby. Got a whole lot of interceptors. Where was it? Oh, right. Suddenly Romania's got a whole lot of Soviet troops there. As a lend-lease. I keep forgetting where I brought in my planes, though. There's so many American planes in here. It's difficult to... which one's ours? I guess we can just go through the list here. Well, these are still flying. Oh, that's a close air support. That one doesn't need to have it order right now. Ah, right. We've got one over here. I guess that could be flying into Zara, do some ground attacks there. Should be able to break it soon enough. I might not be able to attack into Pola yet because there's so many allied troops there. So they go Victor at Trento. At least they haven't given all the troops to the Italians, but they have given a lot to them. Ooh, the heavy IC went down a little bit. Well, that's alright. And we got some anti-weapons on our armor. There we go, that's something that we can take away. I do wonder if I should take the... I suppose the air defense network wouldn't really be a bad idea. I mean, it would reduce the manpower gain a little bit. Reduce the supply production a tiny bit, but neither one of those is really that important. The radar efficiency would go up. Would get a bit more organization of some things. Provisional air efficiency would go up. And radar combat impact would be increased. Repair rate would be slightly increased. And air intercept efficiency would be increased. So I guess we could go with that. Oh, and we're fighting against this Italian infantry division again. That one's going to be going through already. These are redeploying. How long? Okay, that's just a matter of a few hours. So if we can get to Padua, that'd be nice. Let me just... haven't seen any other nations enter the war yet. Just to be on the safe side. No, we're still only the only ones. Right, so... Okay, at least they haven't declared war on Switzerland or Uruguay yet. But I suppose it's just the victory points that they're after. I'd imagine anyway, so that's part of the reason. Now, I do believe the Soviets are no longer at war. No, they have no wars going on. Which is probably part of the reason why they've decided to give most of their armies to Finland and Romania. But there we go. So we are definitely pushing towards Venice. Ooh, and monumental architecture upgrade. There we go. I believe that's the last level for it. I think. Yeah, the radius are ahead of time now, but the monumental architecture is in fact ahead of time. What do we have? We've got another... Oh, right. This is going to be part of the bomber group there. Back at the capital. Now, I suppose we could bring in some more planes around here if need be. Let's actually go ahead and pick up some more interceptors to bring in here. Not that we initially need them too badly, but just to have them as an option probably wouldn't hurt. And there we go, another victory. This one can probably start pushing southwest. Are we... Right, we are supplied from Vienna. That's good. Ooh, and export rubber to Soviets? Sure. Got quite a bit of money, actually. Is there... I suppose I can't do any trade right now. I guess that'll have to do then. But once we can, we'll probably start buying some zinc from the Germans. Or the... Well, technically speaking, DDR. I wouldn't really say East Germans, because they control a whole lot more than just East Germany. Right, we should have... Yeah, we've got 2 divisions in here now. We haven't done enough damage on these. There's more American troops... Well, these are still under American control, at least. They're still moving away from the nation. Let's try to go ahead and cut off the Italians here a little bit. The troops are in a very bad shape, admittedly. Oh, there we go. And how's the Italian unity, actually? They have unity of 47%, so it's not going to be that bad to defeat them. And since Yugoslavia is not in a war, I don't actually need to destroy the troops in here. But it wouldn't actually hurt to destroy them. It's a lot of American troops, I think. Actually, no, some of them are definitely Italian, but I'm pretty sure that the mechanized troops, at least, are definitely American units there. So if we can destroy those, that would actually be quite nice. Let me just go ahead and bring in some troops in here, and then we'll attack from at least 2 directions. And just destroy those. Oh, DDR wants to trade? Would give them rare materials? I guess that's fine. Also, right, we don't have the... No. Oh, another pillbox build. And we did get another oil rig in Beijing. Did we get an increased number of oil in there? Oh, yeah, we did. Right, it's a base of 12.5, so we got 12 from the resource substitution. Speaking of which, can we do another level of that? No. Never mind then. Let me actually go ahead and bring in these 2 over here. Get some better troops to clear out the enemy. Like, these troops are potentially a problem. Also, I believe now we can do a trade. Yes, let's go out and buy some zinc. From... Oh. Hold on a minute. DDR is not an option. I guess we'll buy from the Soviets then. It could of course be that the German supplies of zinc were already reserved by others. Or now there's a lot of American troops coming in here. Well, we are at least fighting. Oh, and now we're under attack by some American units. So there's probably going to be a risky situation in here. Let me just double check that they... No, no one else has joined in, but if they sent in expeditionary forces because they are allied, and they probably will do that. Oh, well, we've got a lot more troops in here that we could definitely send down south. Let's go ahead and attack into Venezia with another unit. So at least the infantry that they have there is pulling back. Oh, and broadcasting advance. Very good. I don't suppose we... No, we haven't unlocked it, of course. The month needs to tick over before we can get those events. Oh, that is a lot of attacks coming down this way. We may need to retreat back to Trento. But at least we are pushing into Venezia. So we could maybe... Is that right? Padua, there's a lot of units attacking from there, including heavy armor, actually, by the looks of it. Yeah, so this is going to be very painful. I'm just going to go ahead and pull back from there. That's 4,000 casualties in a very, very short span of time. Let's go ahead and just redeploy some troops in here. Also go ahead and take a few more infantry divisions. And just redeploy to Trento. I think Treviso is something we can probably fairly easily take on. And then have we started to... Right, we haven't really defeated these yet. Now we're zinc neutral at least, so that's good. Right, so we've got the interceptors in here. I believe we did have close air support somewhere. There's more interceptors in here. But is there airfields nearby that we can really utilize? The bloody American planes over here still that are causing the issue. And unless we are at war with the Americans, they won't be pushed out. Oh, that's mighty inconvenient. Well, I suppose Venezia is going to fall soon enough. Once we get that, that's going to be an airfield that we can then utilize. We'll probably just build it up a little bit further. So Finland's mobilizing, did they? No, they haven't got on the Finland proper. There's control Karelia still. Alright then. So yeah, this playthrough has probably some of the most cursed borders imaginable. Nope, they got a armored unit in here. Not a massive amount of armor in there. We've got plenty of piercing, mind you, so we should be able to deal pretty good damage. And we've got a fairly experienced general in here, skill level 6. Yeah, I don't think the enemies have quite that. Okay, so we've got another 2 units into battle in Treviso. Should be somewhat easy to defeat, and we've taken Venezia. How much is the airfield? Okay, it's level 4. That's going to allow us to have 12 wings of planes there. And also, I suppose that does mean that there's going to be potentially some convoys going into Venice now. Not yet, actually. I do wonder, are we... No, we are going to be supplying from there, but it's not really in effect quite yet. Well, I suppose that's fair enough. Right, so I know that I had some... I suppose these could actually go ahead and get a little bit closer. Like get to Vienna, for example, and then start doing air supplies in there to provide some help for the units, and then... Oh, that's American. Oh, let's have a look at the planes again. Ah, here's the close air support. Right, I guess what I could do is I could bring these a little bit closer. We'll use the reserve trick as per usual, so it's slightly easier. And how's the attack in here? Well, we can send in the 2 mechanized divisions now. So that's going to be a little bit more troops to throw into the problem, I guess. Another thing, I don't know if there's a lot of enemy... So I had to move my ships, because Rhodes was given back to Greece. So I had to move my ships away a little bit to get into slightly better position. And we'll go ahead and just send in this one to do some convoy raiding, maybe. I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have. But I don't think the Italians have much of a fleet at this point. I'm pretty sure that most of their fleet has been destroyed. And now they're attacking up here in the mountains. We've got some troops heading down that way, at least. Well, they were heading down that way, but of course, since they started attacking, we probably had to pull back. I'm just going to send all 4 of them. Because I suspect that we are going to need a lot more troops in there. Now, let's send in the motorized division in here to help hold Venezia. And is there... Yeah, we could send another 2 divisions to attack Treviso. So that's going to be 5 units total. If we don't start dealing enough damage now, I don't know what will be sufficient. Also, I think we may need to slow down to speed 2 just to be on the safe side. Because there's probably going to be quite a bit of movement of troops in and out of here. Also, are these... Oh, these are supplied from Venezia, okay. How much can we... We can bring in 240 supplies from here. Right now, the naval base is already basically max level, admittedly. But there's going to be so many American troops in here that we'll have to defeat. Right, well, it's a good thing that we're bringing in a whole lot more troops into the front line then. I suppose we don't need the troops guarding the provinces in here anymore. So we'll move those to Trieste. Oh, no, these are supplied from Venezia as well. Okay, well, that's a little bit tricky then. I'm sure that we'll survive, but yeah, it's less than ideal. We've got some more troops coming in here. At least these will be... Oh, and there we go. IC efficiency change. Oh, we've got a naval base and pillboxes. And IC efficiency... Ah, right, it went up. Good. Kind of do need that. Right, for Victor at Treviso, what do we have? We got, oh, a core... Almost, yeah, that's actually a full core of infantry. Right, well, I suppose... I will go ahead and put these in... We never brought in... Right, so we got the landing craft in there. Where do we have the transport ships? Also, we've got another core of troops there, which doesn't have a leader yet. I guess we'll just go ahead and set up another core in here. Part of the Southern Army for now. I do need some leaders, both for the division. I've turned off the order sign, so that's the reason. Right, so let me just quickly... Well, I suppose we'll need to get the Corps Commander at some point. This Corps is probably not going to go into combat anytime soon, mind you. But we're going to get the Corps Commander a little bit closer to the timing. Right, we did get the assault ships in here. We haven't gotten the transport ships back in here yet, do we? Or was that in some other port at some point in here. I don't think so. It might still actually be in here. It is actually right there. Right, well, it's, no, that's the wrong fleet. Send this one back towards, Japan. To maybe start picking up some of the mechanized troops at least. And then we've got another corps of, troops to send in. So I guess this one needs to be assigned under the... Ah, I don't have another army in here. Well, let's make another army then. Put the 5th army underneath the army group. Move these ones a little bit closer. And then let's go ahead and take one of these division commanders that is not busy right now. You got skill level 6. You know what? Alberto Crassi, you'll get a promotion to a general. I will get Peter Lind over here in charge of the division itself. So, Alberto can get control of that. So we got now Albertus and Alberto both leading an army. And I suppose we won the battle in Treviso. They are sending a lot of troops attacking us in Trento, but we've got several units heading in there. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, submarine sonar is ahead of time. Right, let's go ahead and take that off the list. So even though I don't think we're still technically speaking at war with the Allies, other than Italy, we are still fighting a fairly substantial portion of the American troops in Italy. So yeah, that's going to make this a bit of a challenge to get into. Oh, that is quite an attack going into Venice right now. Right, let's go ahead and take these. Send towards Venice. If this turns into another Himeji, then, well, I suppose we know how to deal with it, admittedly. And we did get the planes in here. Of course, we have no supplies in here. But we're going to maybe, no, actually, I think we might want to clear out this one first. Start doing some ground attacks there. And how's the battle in Zara? One of them is going to surrender soon enough. And the other one's probably going to surrender soon after that. And we have gotten our troops in here. They're not quite ready to start attacking yet. We've started doing the ground attack, so let's just go ahead and send these in. That's at least a few divisions. There's a lot of headquarters. There's a 5th Armored Division, 4th US Marine Corps, Defense, something, something. And then 302nd NG Division. Not entirely sure what that entails. Right, we can get the new monuments. Resource production, you'll take that. And then, oh, our first carrier is built. Let's put that, it's not particularly good quality, mind you. But it is built. Let's go ahead and assign this into the carrier. And infantry radio communications is now ahead of time. We're trying to research some of the carrier text now, but it's going to be way too late anyway. It looks like Zara, they at least lost one of the units already, and now we've got the mechanized troops and everything in here attacking. It should be somewhat easy. They don't even have the piercing to defeat the armors that we have in the armored divisions. Or the mechanized divisions, rather. So, yeah, that's not too bad. Actually, the ones that are moving to Udine can start moving into Venezia itself. That one's moving to Venezia. And how we're looking over here in the mountains? Well, the enemies, they're still attacking for sure. We might get attack in Ala as well. Or actually, Mirano, sorry. From Ala. Or Ala into Mirano. So that's going to be potentially true. Luckily, we can at least retreat into Austria if need be. Okay, it looks like the reinforcements should be arriving in Trento. And Mirano, we've dug in. They might still do quite a bit of damage, but Mountain Woods... Oh, there we go, Victor Zara. So we should be able to clear that one out. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to take most of these. Push towards the next port. They got several units in there. Do we have... Oh yeah, we can now send in finally the other two into combat. So that's going to be 6 divisions versus 4 of theirs. I think we'll probably win because they have the encirclement penalty at least. Oh, and broadcasting. Alright, autarky. We don't need it right now. And what do we have in production? Oh, right, a second carrier. Let's go ahead and take that one and assign the hags into it. There we go. We'll need to turn those into some proper fleets later on. But right, we did get the broadcasting and everything else. So let's see. Major movie studio. Sea of government. Foreign affairs. We could get the entertainment show, but I suppose we don't really need any consumer goods right now, so that would be a bit of a waste. There's a heroic tales, I suppose, of course. Which I guess we could go for that one. And then, in terms of the buildings, I do actually wonder. So there's finance, foreign affairs, seat of government, and right. It's actually, I think the seat of government is one of those things that has a lot of like small improvements on many things. So moving studio would give us a bit of money, but Imperial State of Government, a bit of leadership, it's a fairly small amount. More ruling party support, which is quite nice. Territorial Pride plus 10%, and a little bit more unity. The Palace of Justice. Now that would reduce the revolt risk a little bit, gives a bit more money, but at the cost of ruling party support. Foreign Ministry, that would increase the espionage bonus, counterintelligence, ruling party support, and reduce neutrality a little bit. Finance would give us... Actually, I wonder... How much a difference is it in here? Oh, wow. We could take the finance, actually. We'd get a lot more money. You know what? Yeah, I think I'll do that. We'll build that. That's going to give us a bit of dissent. Cost us a bit of supplies and everything, but that's not really that bad. And the dissent is going to go down 0.05 per day without any interference from us. So we don't really need to put anything into the consumer goods either. Oh, and we're about to build some more liners. That'll be actually quite nice, because we do need those to transport the mechanized corps into Europe. But there we go. So we've got a couple of buildings. Let's have a look at the... Right, so Battle in Pola and Zara. We're doing... Ooh. Wait, where's this Italian unit now coming in? So it's... Oh, it's the unit in Zara. So that was the French unit that was then giving control to the Italians, which caused the issue. Right, how are we doing on the mountains? We've got quite a few units moving in. Do we have more troops sent in? I guess we do. Let's redeploy these closer and then move in. Did we have any more troops in Germany? Not really. We got a little bit more units in Hungary, but most of these are still on the move. I suppose the armies themselves could be pushed a little bit further. We'll send one of them to Vienna, and the other one could be maybe going towards Zagreb. And then we got, of course, these troops coming in. There we go. So hopefully we can defeat this fascist militia quickly enough. Oh, there's a ground attack. Right, that's our ground attack, of course. The Marines that they have in there, so it's not a full Marine division, it's just like some sort of Marine regiment or something like that, and maybe a little bit of assistance to it. But that will be surrendering very shortly. And after that, there's going to be still some proper divisions, of course. How's the battle in Venice going? It's going. We'll need to send some more troops in there, for sure. Send another one in there, maybe one more over that way, and then one more into Venice. We're still under attack in Trento by quite a few units. But we are digging in Treviso, and I suppose we may need to get... Oh, right, they're bringing a lot of troops into Salo. They are at least taking some of their troops away from Italy still, so that's good. But let me just double check that they haven't pulled anyone in. Nope, they have not. Well, that's at least good. We could buy some more zinc, actually. I'm going to do that real quick. And I guess we'll buy that from the Soviets again. The options are a little bit limited. And there we go, Imperial... Finance Ministry. Oh, and there's the passenger liners. And there's another Corps of Infantry underway. Right, let's just go ahead and start building that up in here. And then the passenger ships, I guess we'll just go ahead and put these actually into Busan for now. The idea is that we'll... Actually, I don't know how long it's going to take until we have a new group, quite frankly. Right, so when is the next... okay, it's in January, so it's going to take a little while. So I guess we could have 2 of these. Go to... Well, we can just move these to Hiroshima for now. We'll give 2 more to the other transport fleet, and then we'll, you know, utilize the rest later. So the Battle of Zara is, well, it's still ongoing. Oh, Laza is under attack now. Well, we did dig in fairly well. We're in the mountains, so it should be somewhat rough terrain for them. But they are sending a lot more troops, so we may need to pull back into Merano. But I suspect that they are going to be spending a lot of manpower and effort trying to break us in Venezia. Which reminds me, we could just build some pillboxes in there, because I suspect that that is going to be a very long-term battle in here, let's just say. So giving a bit of a hand probably wouldn't hurt. Oh, there we go. Kalamata Monrovia trade route. Wait, Kalamata? Monrovia. Hold on a minute. So why are we sinking a Italian convoy going from Greece to Liberia? I think they may not have removed all the old convoys yet. Kind of the unforeseen consequences of removing. So they've got 15 units attacking from here. Oh boy. Well, we are defending fairly well. We've got some more troops over here that could probably just start heading closer. Act as a bit of reserve. I think the battle in Pola, we've dealt with one of the units already. I think we've got the mechanized troops heading down this way so they can give a bit of a hand. Treviso is now under attack. There's only one unit attacking there, so I think this one's going to be a fairly easy victory. They got some armor in there, but of course we got the piercing attack on all of these to defeat pretty much anything that they throw our way. I mean, not necessarily everything, but most of the things. At least we got our reinforcements arriving from the north. And looks like, yeah, I suppose there is going to be... Oh, well, we could pull back the 43rd Division now. We're probably going to get some more reinforcements in there. Let's actually go ahead and take one of these infantry divisions. Move it down that way instead. It's going to be going to Treviso. That might not be as good an idea as it could be, but, yep, no, that's still Italian convoys going between Liberia and Greece. I suppose they did probably have some trades going in there while they were basically Greece. The Italians, that is. So, yeah, there's one of the problems. Let me just have a look. So, is there, no. No one else has joined the Allies, at least. I mean, there's not many nations that could join the Allies, let's be honest. Oh, well, there we go. We are putting a little bit of the industry into consumer goods, but yeah, no, that's going to be getting rid of the problems quite nicely. And now we're producing some money in our home territory, which is quite a nice change of pace. So we don't have to do trading. If, you know, we get pulled into a war against the Allies, for example, then we might not be able to do a lot of it. Okay, we're going to have to pull back from there. Lhasa is way too costly for us right now. We've got at least reinforcements heading in here that can then be pulled into Murano as soon as they're ready. And we've still got 5 divisions defending in Trento. Because none of these have the digging bonus, unfortunately. But it's at least still defendable. And the ground attacks are successful in there. Oh, that reminds me, we've got the bombers up here, which are still supplied from Tirana. We could actually use these all the way up in Pola to get rid of some of these enemy units. I mean, they've got a few units that we might be destroying, or might be forcing them to surrender. Okay, we've got some extra troops in here now. I'm going to go ahead and pull back the motorized division that took the front of the initial attack there. Oh, there we go. We got the advantage on this combat. I mean, both sides have fairly distinguished generals leading the combat. Ooh, hospital. There we go. That'll be handy. Right, do I have... if we have a look at the entire... Oh, well, we've got another corps over here. I suppose this should probably get a little bit closer. It doesn't have any combat units in there, mind you, but still better than nothing. And it looks like the Germans have a whole lot of... Or the DDR has a whole lot of infantry in here. I do wonder, actually, do we have information... Oh, they're building a commando. Okay. Right, but we don't even have spies in there yet. We are getting a little bit spies into our allied nations in here. Or fellow Comintern nations. I'm actually going to go ahead and increase the espionage a tiny bit. We've got a fairly good officer ratio. So if we go for, like, I don't know, 2 leadership in espionage, that'll be more than enough. Now, I think 25 leadership in officers is going to be good enough as well. Although we are going to take a bit of losses with these combats now. But I don't think it's going to be that bad in the end. On the bright side, with this proxy war against the Americans, we might be able to destroy a decent chunk of their troops. They're not using their air force in here. And our air force, I suppose we could actually just bring in some of the planes into Venice. The question is, of course, what do we have in large quantities that we could afford? I mean, I suppose interceptors would be okay. They're not doing any air operations in here because Italians have no planes. And usually the AI doesn't give planes to other nations, so that kind of helps us. I guess what we could do, we just got the fresh planes in here for the... Well, we got the light bombers in here, for example. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring these to Venice. It's a bit of a long-distance flight, to be fair, but we can do a bit of ground attacks on the enemies in here. Oh, and we lost Lhasa. Well, that was to be expected, let's be honest. Right, I sent these two into the mountains to help hold back the enemy. And then, do we have anything else that we could send in? No, there's just a whole lot of headquarters in there. I suppose we've got this infantry corps over here. We'll go ahead and bring this one into Austria. And then these one can get to, like, Bolzano or somewhere around there. So, at least we've got some reserve units in there. Maybe send into either one of these 2 combats. So, they're attacking us in Treviso with just 1 unit. It's a marine division at that. It does have some armor. It's probably got, like, special armor or something like that. Yeah, it must be. But I think they're not going to have a good time attacking us. I mean, the terrain is fairly open, so it does favor them a little bit further. We've got... Oh, right. Actually, I'm going to send another general in there to hold Venice. And I suppose if we can just, you know, slowly but surely break these enemies down in here. I do actually wonder if they don't... Oh. They probably need a whole lot of supplies, don't they? We don't know for sure. But if we were to start doing some logistical bombing over here behind the enemy line... We can start making sure that they don't have the supplies to really fight, and then it should be fairly easy to push them back. But I do see that we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, get the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.